Outside, the sunset was more a thing to dread instead of behold, and there was no relief in having an empty house after watching everyone but Logan leave. But life still moved forward. Minutes rushed by, the day continuing into night, while I was stuck in my own weird limbo. I needed to find my place back in step with it, but I remained emotionally and physically stagnant. How do you move on from something your subconscious can't comprehend? Something too painful to digest, with the haunting what if lurking outside your mind's door. With a blink, I pulled myself back to the present, staring blankly out at my empty driveway. The tracks from multiple vehicles were mixed with deep footprints still evident in the snow. My car hadn't been returned, which meant it was either still parked on the side of the road or had been taken to a garage. My eyes closed and shoulders slumped in exhaustion as I sagged against the doorway, wishing for a redo of the day.
"I'll call and check on the car tomorrow. Make sure it ends up with a reliable mechanic,"
Logan said from somewhere behind me. How could he always read my thoughts? Was I that transparent, or was our connection deeper than I realized? Thanks, but I can call. You should go home and check on Oliver. I turned to face him, shutting the door. You've been here all day. He's probably worried sick.
"I'm not leaving you."
I don't want Oliver to worry. That's all. I shrugged, suddenly nervous. Did I really want him to leave? Logan stepped toward me.
"He's not. Both Julia and Jax are looking out for him."
Did they find Scout? I interrupted. Hope tinged my voice, raising it an octave. Logan skimmed his fingers up my arms.
"They will. And Oliver will shower that pup with more affection than any dog can handle."
I believed it, and when Logan's hands traveled up over my jaw, my lips curled into a smile just for him. He's such a sweet kid. I don't want him wondering where you are, or out looking for Scout with Jax. He grasped my chin gently, lifting my head.
"He's not. Oliver has too much fun with Jax and Julia to worry about anything. He's probably getting ready for bed as we speak, anyhow."
He tucked a piece of hair behind my ears, knuckles caressing my cheek, eyes locked on mine.
"If he mentions my absence, I'll make it up to him."
Thank you. My heart beat louder as I lost myself in his crystal blue orbs.
"Now, as much as I adore your concern for my son, I want to talk about you. Worry about what you need."
I blinked twice, then released a breath as I dropped my gaze. What did I need? I could use a shower and some clean clothes for sure, not to mention I needed to get the blood off the floor before it set into the wood. Logan had dutifully kept my mom from trying to clean up in my bedroom. I didn't want to clean it either, truth be told. I placed my fingers on the bridge of my nose and closed my eyes. I need to wash it all away, I murmured, with so much meaning behind the words. He didn't say a word as he scooped me up into his arms, his scent calming me with every step he took. I buried my head in his neck, welcoming his warmth. When he stopped and flicked on a light, I peered over his shoulder just enough to see we were in the bathroom. Ever so gently, he sat on the edge of the tub with me resting on his lap, and reached down to plug the drain. Never wanting to leave his hold, I didn't move a muscle when he leaned back to turn the faucet on. After finding the perfect temperature, he placed a warming kiss to the top of my head, then slid his hands up and tugged at the belt of my robe. My eyes held his as he slipped the robe over my shoulders and let it fall around me. I lifted myself slightly and allowed him to pull the fluffy material away and drop it to the floor, leaving me in the pink cotton panties I'd pulled on in a rush earlier. The ones I'd been wearing during the attack had been mutilated. We sat silently as the tub filled. Words were unnecessary. His fingers trailed up and down my back as I rested there, watching the ripples of water filling the tub. Once the water level neared the top, Logan arched back and turned off the valve. I climbed off his lap and stood before him, wordlessly giving him the permission his eyes sought. With a smoldering look reserved strictly for me, he hooked his fingers into my panties and slid them down my legs. I placed my hands on his shoulders and stepped out when they reached my ankles. He held them in his hand a moment.